Yeah, we're back in this game, so what? Ever since the Let's Try, I've been kind of jonesing to come back to this game again. And I'm like, you know what? Let's make this the next puzzle game, because, you know what? I played a puzzle game for a while, and I didn't even embarrass myself. Some of you guys were even impressed by how I did until now. And I gotta fix that, so let's get to the hard shit, so I can really just look really stupid in front of large numbers of people. Which might happen right out the gate, because I'm going back to a game that I did okay at, but also that was, like, probably a week or two ago at this point. We'll see. Exclusive lounge, not executive lounge. Not executive lounge at all. Yeah. Size, speed? What? Oh, right. That's the two rankings. Year 17. I've always felt most comfortable with nice, cold, logical decisions. Emotional decisions are for the weak. Okay. For each 2 things in the inbox, send a 0 to the outbox if they have the same sign, both positive or both negative. Send a 1 to the outbox if their signs are different. Repeat this until the inbox is empty. Okay. So every 2 things I'm going to compare and then give them a 0 or a 1. And they had to give me a 0 and a 1 down there to make sure that I don't get stuck. So I think you can't make numbers, right? No. Okay. Okay. 0 if they have the same... Oh, wait, no, not... Oh. Oh. Okay. I got that turned around in a second. I was thinking about them being equal. No, it's whether they have the same sign or not, positive or negative. So we have if 0 and if negative here. What do I do if it's 0? I mean, right now none of them are 0. Maybe they'll trip me up to screw with me, but maybe for now let's just hope they won't. So 0 if they are the same, 1 if they are different. So go to the inbox, then let's go copy to 0. We're gonna put the first thing there. Then we're gonna go to the inbox. And then we're going to... What is the best way of handling this, actually? Adding and subtracting is probably not going to help at all, so it really is just if negative, basically. Okay. This one might take a few steps. Let's do jump if negative. Let's have that root set up in there. Oh, these tabs are so I can go back to the main one. Oh, wait, no, it's so I can have 3 separate drafts of my puzzle. Okay. This is actually maybe a little bit of a hard puzzle for the first stage to happen. Okay. So if the first one is negative, we'll jump, otherwise we'll stay in the same place. I'll leave that there for now to deal with. I'm gonna work on the... Oh, let's work on the if they're both positive outcome. Yeah. So... If... This will mean that the, yeah. Turns out handwriting in, video games is bad. Mouse writing, This is bad. So, say negative, comma, question mark. There we go. Positive, comma, question mark. There we go. So that's when the first one's positive, that's when the first one's negative. That's how we can keep track of these outcomes, so I can know where I am with this stuff. Alright, so first outcome is currently positive. We're gonna then go back to the inbox. And then I guess... This step doesn't do anything. Let's get rid of that. at the moment, yeah, I don't necessarily need to copy anything to anything, do I? Okay. So, we're gonna grab the first thing, and then if it's positive, go down here. I mean, if it's negative, go down here. If it's positive, we're gonna keep going. So grab the next inbox thing, then do another jump if negative under the inbox thing. To make it more confusing. And this outcome is positive, comma, negative. There we go. This is gonna... visually parsing this is gonna get weird. So this, in this one we know the outcome is positive and negative. So we are going to copy from 1 and then outbox. And then jump back to the beginning. There we go. This... I have a plan, but I think my plan might be not a very efficient plan. I don't think I'm gonna get a good score on this one at all. I'm not gonna get a good score on this one at all. Alright, so we have the positive negative outcome figured out. Cool. In there, though, I did jump if negative to there. So we still have the inbox situation where I have to deal with what happens if it's... This is positive, positive. I'm trying to be very careful with my notation here, because otherwise this is a nightmare spaghetti. So what we did is here, we got the first thing, and then we went to the jump if negative, so that means if you got past that, the first one's positive. Then we got the inbox again, another jump if negative, so now both things are confirmed as positive in this case, which means we're going to then copy from 0, or 4, but, you know, we're getting 0, and then outbox, and then jump back to the beginning. So that's 2. I got the positive negative done, I've got the positive positive done. Now I need to deal with the other outcomes here. This interface might quickly run into some limitations, huh? Okay, so this is one of those programs that's going to be complicated enough that I'm gonna have to test it just to see whether I even left a gap or not, probably. Okay, so those are both outcomes of positive, right? Positive, yeah, positive, 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 negative are both resolved and then looped back to the beginning. So this thing's done. Now I need to deal with the other outcome, which is what happens if the first thing I pick up is negative. If the first thing I pick up is negative, we then go to the inbox. And then we have another jump if negative. Go down here. If it jumps because of negative, that means that this one is negative, negative. Whereas if it does not jump, that means we're at negative, positive. And that should be it, more or less. Because it was negative first. So negative, positive. Let's double check this. So 1 if they're different, right? Yeah. Just making sure I didn't forget that. So these ones are different. That means we're going to copy from the 1, outbox, jump. Doesn't really matter what order those are in. And then this is when they're negative, negative, which means we're going to copy, copy from there to get the 0, outbox, jump. And I don't know what to do with if 0 happens. First of all, 0, I don't know if 0 is positive or negative. I'm pretty sure it's neither, so they might just not throw it at me because it might not make sense. We'll see. This might be a terrible solution, but it might work. Tell me more. This assignment is a basic Boolean logic operation. It's called SOR. Exclusive OR. Armed with this new information, you may research independently if you like. Yep, that's pretty much the main thing. Let's see how this goes. That's a good, right? Yeah. So this one you should grab a 1. And then another 1. Hey! Yeah, that's what I thought. Yep. Interesting. So the speed's perfect, the size is not. I do kind of wonder how I would reduce the size of that. There might be a cleaner tree. Because if we look at this, I basically did a Punnett square, where I was doing, like, when they were comparing genes and stuff like that, for, like, X and Y traits. I did a check for all 4 combinations. There might be a way to more elegantly set it up. Oh, I did that out of order. Oh no, I'm out of practice. Absolute positivity. Haha. Positive attitudes were determined to increase productivity, and are now therefore mandatory. Smile. Management is watching. I send each thing from the inbox to the outbox, but if a number is negative, first remove its negative sign. Oh. Okay. Inbox, outbox, jump. Bloop. There we go. But jump if negative. There's no jump if not negative, right? Yeah, so I have to do this one. I was gonna say otherwise, I was gonna do jump if positive and just skip to the end for that one, because that would reduce the number of commands, but nope. Alright, so so everything below here is negative. Yes, each thing from inbox to outbox, but if they're negative, remove the negative sign. So if it's not negative, don't do anything at all. Just inbox, outbox, loop. Okay. So for the case of negative things, what we're going to do is, There's no make positive option, right? No. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna copy to 0, and then I'm going to subtract 0 twice, and then I'm gonna jump to the beginning after I send them to the outbox. If it's negative, subtracting a negative should be a positive, so if I subtract the negative twice, it'll become the absolute value of itself, basically. I think this is reasonable. Let's see how the first one goes. This should become a 4. There we go. Might not be the most efficient thing, but it totally works. I'm a genius. Absolute positivity. Aw. Aw. Remove one command. That's so close that it bothers me. You have to have the jump, right? You have to tell it to go back to the beginning, ultimately. Inbox, outbox. Can I do something really stupid here? Can I move the outbox to here and then delete this one? So it jumps, so inbox, and then it just loops back to the same outbox. That might work, or it might break everything. You can't outbox with empty hands? Yeah. That's what I kind of thought. Yeah. No. That was a bad idea. See, outbox before both of the jumps. That should fix the program, I believe. Let's is there a way to make this happen faster? I believe in order to subtract it, you have to put it down. So I can't just skip the copy to phase, I don't think. I'm not sure how you'd optimize that. It's really close though already. Sabbatical beach paradise. What? I didn't even notice at first that that was probably me down there, wasn't it? Countdown. Year 19. Wow, it only took 18 years and I got to go on a vacation. How exciting. Yes, welcome back. Tick, tick, tick. Time keeps ticking down. Let's get to work. Oh, yes. I love what you've done with your hair. She's like remembering, like, I'm supposed to be nice to people. What's the secret to eternal youth? Enjoying your work, feeling important, and proper sunscreen application. That's not wrong. That's not wrong at all. I mean, it's not accurate to eternal youth, but I mean, the sun ages your skin so much that, yeah, using sunscreen or just being inside actually really does make you look younger longer. For each number in the inbox, send that number to the outbox, followed by all numbers down to or up to 0. It's a countdown. Oh. Okay. Okay. So it's just gonna grab a thing and it's gonna keep reducing it in size over and over again. Okay. Oof, and I have to check is negative or is positive too. Alright. You got new commands. They add 1 or subtract 1 from an item on the floor. The result's given back to you. And for your convenience, also written right back on the floor. Bump. On the floor. It has to be on the floor? You can't just bump it in your hands? Huh. This is a really weird one. So it adds or subtracts 1 from the item on the floor. So unlike some of the other stuff like add and subtract, the item on the floor is changing too. So I guess you have to put it on the floor. So I guess inbox copy to 0. I don't think I have a reason to use all these, but I'm not sure. What's the creepy arm that's still moving, by the way? I don't know. So copy to 0. We're gonna have to set up a jump if negative in here, but I'm not gonna do anything with that yet. But that's gonna be necessary eventually. I could say negative, just to make it more clear. There we go. It's nice to have clarity. Clarity. Alright, so... Jesus. And then send it to the outbox. Okay, so... Outbox. And then, since this is the positive outcomes, we need to bump down 0. Outbox. All numbers down to or up to 0. I think that means including 0. I think that means including 0. So, we're gonna have a loop here that loops back on itself. It's gonna keep bumping and outboxing over and over again, but we're gonna jump if 0. And the jump if 0 is going to be outbox and then jump all the way back to the beginning. Boink. I'm quickly starting to feel like this is not the most space-efficient way to do the programming, as far as, like, I don't mean my program, although it's often the case, but I mean, like, the way that they laid this out visibly on the screen. So much of the screen, it's like, it's very packed in here. I don't know how to feel about that. Alright, so, if it's negative, it's going to the negative thing, which is completely undeveloped right now. If it's positive, it's just going to continue forward, and it's going to loop over and over and over again, doing bump down, outbox, bump down, outbox. And it's going to keep doing that until it reaches 0, at which point it's going to do the final outbox and then leave. So at this point, I just do the same thing for negative, basically. Yeah. Let's set up the jump right off the bat. This one's going to be bump up, 0. Outbox. But jump if 0. There we go. The jump of 0 is there. Jump of 0 should be before the outbox, though. Yeah. We're already outboxing in the jump of 0, so that needs to be before the outbox, or my hands are going to be empty. Yeah. Did I make it already? Am I done? What happened up here? There's 2 outboxes. Shit. So grab item, copy it to 0. Continue. So jump if negative, that means nothing happens there. This outbox can't be reached. There's a thing there. Oh. You were supposed to be up here. Copy it to 0, then outbox it. I put that down there originally, and I accidentally put stuff between it. So it'll grab the item, copy it to 0 to preserve it, and then send it here, and then it'll do the countdown process until it gets to 0, and then loop back around. That should be good. We'll see if I made a mistake. This is gonna be a time-consuming one. Empty value. You can't jump if negative with empty hands. Okay. Good to know. Okay, so you can't check if negative because he throws the item away and no longer has it in his hands at that point. So we're not going to outbox there. We're going to outbox at the beginning of the process here, because we have to jump if negative first. But then if it is negative, we still are going to outbox first, but outside of the loop. Oh, that jumps there. Shit. There we go. Yeah, don't put it in that loop. There we go. So then now the check happens afterwards. He just kicks it. Okay, now we're 0, so we're going back to the beginning, right? Yeah. Good. Now it's -3. So everything should be good now. Yep. What? Management expected a 2, but you outboxed a -1. Okay, let's debug. Oh, did they give me a... Let's see. Oh, God. Oh, God. It played at maximum speed. Don't do that. That was originally... I don't know why the... Okay, I don't understand why they expected... I don't understand why they expected a 2. I think that's what she said. But what happened is that there was a 0, and so my system doesn't test for zeros, is the problem. Which is not really a big deal. Jump of 0. And then just setting that down to here. Just like all the other stuff that tests for being 0. And then that'll just get outboxed. That should resolve the problem. The error message was a little confusing. I thought it said that it expected... I thought it said it expected a 2. But wouldn't it expect a 0? You suck. But you're fast. Am I gonna keep getting speed challenge completed? Is that a thing for me? I missed it back there. I was getting the command size, but not the speed before. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing for this session. I'm suddenly getting the speed and not the command quantity now. Whoa, that's a lot over there.